We're going to take a look at 3 very different cases for the Samsung Galaxy A14. First of all, let's take a look at the thin case from Elixir. Now this is called the carbon fiber case, and I'll tell you right now, it's not actually made from carbon fiber. It's made from TPU, but has this nice patterned carbon fiber effect. Now, one of the main features of this case is the fact that the cameras are nice and protected. Rather than there just being one large cutout for the 3 cameras, you've got individual cutouts for all the lenses and also the flash. Now, around the sides, there's, I'd say, a decent amount of TPU material between that and the phone. It gives you a good amount of confidence that even if you drop this phone and with the case on, you should be okay. For the fingerprint or thumb sensor on the side, there's a nice large cutout, which doesn't interfere with you unlocking or locking the phone. Then, for the volume rocker as well, it's nice and clicky thanks to there being slits either side of the actual material. One other important thing about this case is that it has a nice large lip around the screen. That means if you place it face down on a surface, you shouldn't actually damage the glass on the screen. As this is the thin option, it's probably going to give you a little less protection than, say, the next case we've got for you. Now, if you're looking for ultimate protection for your A14, the Zizobolt case is definitely going to offer it to you. For a start, in the box, you don't only get the case, you also get a holster, a lanyard, and a screen protector and installation kit as well. Let's start by taking a closer look at the actual case. Now, as soon as you get the case on the A14, it definitely adds a lot of bulk. Just because of the amount of material between the phone and the surface it's dropped on, it's no doubt going to protect the phone very well. Now, the case is made up of 2 parts. It has a TPU inner lining, which is pretty thick. Then it has this sort of plasticky outer shell. This outer shell actually also includes a nice little kickstand with this locking function. What I like about this kickstand is that it sits flush with the back of the phone, so it's not actually protruding in any way. So you can easily put the phone flat on a surface and it won't rock around. Now, while there is a large cutout for the thumb or fingerprint reader, I will say it is definitely a little harder to use than, say, the last case. The volume rocker is probably not my favorite to use. It just feels a bit mushy and it doesn't really give you much feedback. Now, unlike the previous case, there is just one large cutout for the individual camera lenses. Now, as mentioned earlier, you also get a lanyard, which can be attached to this case in the corner here. However, most people with this case will definitely use the included holster. This is perfect if you work on like construction sites, maybe don't have pockets or the room that you'd normally have to put your phone in them. I will say this case is probably not the nicest looking. If style's what you're after, this next case is probably going to be for you. The last case we have is this Pure Gear Designer Slim case. This is a really interesting design, and it's not going to be for everyone. It has this marble effect with this sort of gold interlace between. I think it looks all right. However, definitely on the green A14, it doesn't really go with the phone. This case has a hard plastic back, which feels quite nice in the hands, and then it has this sort of soft TPU edging with also reinforced bumpers inside as well. What confuses me slightly is that they've used a blue rubber on the inside. This means it definitely doesn't go with our green A14 and definitely looks a bit odd from a few angles. That being said though, it does feel nice in the hands. Because of that smooth back, you no longer have the ridges of the naked A14, and it seems to avoid any fingerprints or smudges from your fingers or hands. The camera just has one large cutout for all 3 camera lenses, and to be honest, it doesn't really offer that much in terms of protection. Moving around the side, you've got a decent cutout for the thumb and fingerprint reader, but again, it's not as good as the first Elixir case that we took a look at. The buttons, on the other hand, do feel slightly better than the Zizo. However, they do still have a smushy feel to them. They just don't feel tactile like they did on that carbon fiber case we saw first of all. However, just like that first case we looked at, there is a decent border around the screen. That means if you place it face down, you shouldn't have any issues with the screen getting scratched up. There we go, 3 very different cases for the Samsung Galaxy A14. I think my favorite has to be this carbon fiber one. It felt really nice on the phone and still gave a good amount of protection. Check out the links in the description below if you'd like to purchase any of these, and remember to subscribe for more videos like this.